In this video I have 4 Aventus clones that actually smell good. Stay tuned if you want to know more. Hi, it's Peter from Centrail. I don't want to hold you up too long before we get into the video. I just want to welcome you to this channel, and if you're back, good to see you again. Now let's get into our fragrance. In 2010, Creed launched a fragrance called Aventus. Aventus has quickly become the king of fragrances. Since then, people have been, and companies and designers have tried to make similar fragrances with this amazing note breakdown of like pineapple, bergamot, ambergris, and vanilla. I have 4 in this video that I'm going to go over that are pretty good, and each one of them will satisfy something that this amazing fragrance has as a whole. I'm not saying that any of these are better than the original Creed, Aventus. They're not, because Aventus has one of the best dry downs of all the fragrances I have in my collection. However, each and every one of these fragrances fills just a little bit of a spot that Aventus gives me. And here are the 4. The first one that I bought is Al Haramain, and it is Laventure. I bought this one because after wearing Creed Aventus for a while, I really liked the scent profile. But at $425 or $300 and something if you buy it online, I just felt like it was too expensive for me to wear every day. And so I was searching for other fragrances, and Laventure is one that came up, and I bought it. Al Haramain will satisfy the opening and the fruity lightness that Aventus has. In Laventure, there is no pineapple. However, the jasmine, musk patchouli, and amber is pretty close. That will satisfy your Aventus opening. Now, it doesn't do much else. It's very much a light fragrance. It's very summery. But if you like the opening of Aventus, Laventure will definitely hit that on the spot. It's a 2016 fragrance, and it's really affordable at around $25 US. The next one I have is Club de Nuit, and it's the Intense version. Now, there is one out there that's pretty new right now. It's a perfume version, or I don't have it yet. If you do, and you know anything about it, let me know in the comments. All I have is the Club de Nuit Intense 2015. This Armagh fragrance gets closer to the depth of the middle and the smokiness of Aventus. Laventure just quite didn't do it for me. Laventure was more for the top notes, the lemon lime on top, and Armagh Club de Nuit Intense gets more of the deep and darkness of Aventus. It almost has the same notes as Aventus. There is no bergamot in Club de Nuit. There's rose instead of pink berries, and there is patchouli instead of the oak moss in Club de Nuit Intense. It's a good fragrance if you can get past the initial opening. To me, when I first spray Club de Nuit Intense, it's just a bit harsh. But it doesn't last very long, and it actually turns into a quite decent fragrance. The notes in here are also synthetic, whereas in Aventus they're all natural, which is one of the reasons Aventus costs a lot more. Natural ingredients versus synthetic ones. Might also explain the harshness at the beginning of this fragrance. But if you like the smokier Aventus and you want to save yourself some money, you can go with Club de Nuit Intense for Men. It's a good choice for a fraction of the price of Aventus, only $35 US. The third one I bought is Pineapple Vintage Intense, and this is the 2017 version. I was hoping to get the projection and the longevity from this fragrance that the other ones are sort of lacking a little bit due to the perfume concentration in this one. This is a 50 ml. Perfumes Vintage has a lot of fragrances that smell like Aventus. Some of them are smokier, some of them are lighter. I think they build an entire empire, fragrance empire, on the notes of Aventus. At $85 for 50 ml, this is really getting up there. The notes in this one are very similar to Aventus, however there is no blackcurrant in here. This fragrance is also very loud at the beginning when you first spray it. Now it dries down pretty quick, and that goes away. However, I don't reach for this one quite as much I guess for $139 for a 100 milliliter bottle, I'd just rather buy a fragrance that's not a clone. But hey, that's just me. And the fourth one that I bought is a 2019 fragrance, and it is Mont Blanc Explorer. Now I bought this one not because it's supposed to be a clone of Aventus or anything like that. I literally bought this one because I already have a whole bunch of other Mont Blancs, and I just wanted to add it to the collection. I did a comparison video between Mont Blanc and Aventus a while back. I'll link it in the top if you're interested in watching that. What I remember is that the notes in Mont Blanc and Aventus are completely different. I think my conclusion was something like it's not a clone, although they smell very similar. They probably did go after that kind of neighborhood. However, if you want to watch it, it'll be up there. What I like about Mont Blanc the best is the dry down. It's a great fragrance. It has a good depth and a good opening. But what I like about this one, it dries down on my skin superbly. I love the way it smells a few hours into it after your body is heated up and cooled down again. It is a really nice fragrance for me. And I'm glad I have Mont Blanc in my collection. This is also, out of the other three that I have shown you so far, this is my favorite one. And I'm glad. I wasn't going to get it at first because it's another clone, but I'm glad I did. It's really the best one out of those that I've showed you. And if you're interested, Mont Blanc's around $100 at Macy's for a 100 ml bottle. Each one of the fragrances that I showed you gives me something that I love about Aventus. Whether it's the top, the smokiness, the strength, or the dry down. If you like the scent profile of Aventus and you can come up with the money, it's still a well worth buy. From the scent to the body to the dry down, Aventus will not let you down. Even 10 years later, it is well worth it. And it will get you compliments, and the versatility is unsurpassed. You can wear it anywhere, anytime, and smell like $1,000,000. Aventus, to me, out of those clones, is still the king. Okay, those were my 4 from Aventus clones that I have in my collection. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe and like. I appreciate it. I'm glad you were here. Until next time, I want you to smell great. Always take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, Centrail